Peggy 18.
Scared you recently? I saw a ghost.
When I
Do you believe
started
in ghosts?
first playing this,
I never used to.
I was
But
wondering,
now I'm not sure.
should I be playing this at all? After all, it's a point-and-click interactive film. Well, I was very pleasantly surprised, and it kept me on my toes through the whole playthrough. So this game is definitely something that has trigger warnings, but it's an interesting take on the genre. I think a lot of people will be happy if they play through this game.
You took her.
Give it a look, guys. It actually is a very nice,
Down inside of you.
exciting adventure. The ending, the ending is a little interesting. But if you want to watch this, make sure to go over to Emerald Dragon Gaming on YouTube, my second channel, where I do a complete playthrough of my first ending of I Saw Black Clouds. So, let's get into the review.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fraser Show. As you saw in the previous footage there, we were watching the trailer for a video game that I really like. And that video game for the PS4, I believe it is also available on other platforms, is I Saw Black Clouds. I Saw Black Clouds is a very interesting venture. I'm going to move my mic just a little bit so you can possibly hear me a little bit better. I Saw Black Clouds is an interactive horror type of psychological thriller, I guess you'd say, more of a foreshadowing for the whole movie. It's a better description, I guess you would say. Stumble with my words here in my first video. That's great. But anyways, welcome to the Fraser Show. I'm so glad you guys could tune in. Hopefully some of you are coming over from Emerald Dragon Gaming and the Facebook group. Yeah, and hopefully you guys watched my gameplay. I have 3 parts over on Emerald Dragon Gaming, encompassing parts of the game. It is decision based, and like I was saying at the beginning there during the trailer, I really wasn't going to play this. And like a lot of you probably sitting around, you're like, interactive movie, interactive film, not my thing. But I'm telling you right now, I had that same mindset going in, and it changed my mind. I'm also doing through a playthrough on Emerald Dragon Gaming called The Complex. I've only done one part of that so far. I look to jumping into that possibly sometime tonight on Emerald Dragon Gaming on YouTube. Go over and subscribe to that channel so that you can see the playthrough. And then after that playthrough, I'll also do a review for that here on the Fraser Show. So there's 2 separate channels. One is for gameplay, one is for reviews and talks and all kinds of different things. Movie reviews that I will not be doing on Emerald Dragon. So make sure you guys subscribe to both channels if you're wanting a whole encompassing footprint for entertainment here on YouTube. So I Saw Black Clouds. Huge disclaimer came across when I started the video game. It was saying trigger warnings. So be aware. Triggers are in that gameplay. There will be spoilers here. So if you do not want to have the game spoiled for you, and you have not watched my previous videos, which you should have, you should do it. Then go back and watch those and come back. But there were some pretty creepy stuff that happened during the gameplay, which I'm a fan of. I am a horror fan. If you didn't notice, in the background, I've got my Friday the 13th poster there, and behind here, I'm looking to hang up my Nightmare on Elm Street poster. So I was raised in the 80s slash 90s, mostly, is what I most remember is early 90s stuff. And so I have a lot of nostalgia for old horror games and movies and things of that nature. So definitely liked it. It got okay reviews. I got some reviews that were I think were a little unjust, so to speak. So when I rank stuff on here, it's going to be a ranking of 1 to 10. Usually anything below the 5 mark is something that I would not necessarily play again, or I would say wait until it goes on sale, huge sale on some store, whether you're on PlayStation or Steam. I'm going to move my camera down just a little bit here. Depending on what type of games you like. But I would definitely suggest this game. So let's get into a few things here. Audio. Audio is really good if you have a pair of headphones like I have here, the HyperX Clouds, or something to listen to the gameplay through. It definitely helps with the atmosphere. But there's also some issues with the sound whenever you're making decisions. Like with most interactive games, you're going to have a skip or a jump that kind of takes you out of the feeling of the game. It's going to be a little off-putting. But you got to realize it's got to take time and realize, oh, that's the decision he made. Now we've got to play this clip. So there is a little bit of a bump in the road for this game. It's done by Wells Interactive, a UK-based film group. They did a great job, though. The complex does not have as many skips and jumps because there's a smoother transition that I've seen so far. But it's still there. And it's going to be there because there's options that it has to calculate and play the correct scene. So, as far as like the filming was really good. I thought the lighting was good. I thought a lot of the camera shots were done pretty well. It really made you feel like you were there or you were watching a movie, an actual good movie, not one that's like Zombievers or something, which I love that movie though. It kind of gives you a little bit of a feeling of a B-rated movie, but it's done really well. The acting, for the most part, in this movie is exceptional, or game, however you want to see it, movie game. I'm going to call it a MAME. So, with this MAME, the acting was really good, the filming was really good, the lighting was good, the story, it was so-so, okay? I will say that. The story was so-so. It started out really good, pulled me right in, and then close to the end, you're just kind of like, I can kind of see where this is going. There are some twists and turns, though, depending on what decisions you make. Like I said, I have not played through all of the endings yet, so it could affect my thoughts on it later on. But I would like to jump back into it and do the other endings if people are interested in seeing that. But it is a good MAME, and I think it was done really well. I think the decisions, I think they could have given a few more options instead of just this way or that way. I think they could have added a third question in there in most of the scenarios, which would have made the gameplay, I think, a little bit more intuitive. But regardless, great experience. I had fun playing it. It made for great videos on YouTube on Emerald Dragon. People still need to click on the 3rd episode to find out how it ends. Well, some people may not want to because they may want to play it and see the ending themselves. That's probably why I have fewer views on part 3 than I do part 1 and part 2. But nonetheless, and that's fine. If you don't want to watch part 3, you don't have to. It's only one ending of 4. So there's that. Nonetheless, my overall ranking for I Saw Black Clouds is going to be a 7 out of 10. Anything that is above 5 is definitely a decent game. The higher it goes in the scale, the better. So a 7 is right before the 8 to 10 mark, which the 8 to 10 mark is buy right now, do not wait. It is amazing. Okay? So the 5 to 7 marks are going to be ones that are like, yeah, it's a good game, you should check it out. You should watch gameplay or you should buy it. And for the price, it was only $13 on sale. So for that price, it's a definite buy. But I'm basing it more not on the price, but on the product itself. And I still think about some of the story elements to this day. So that being said, like I said, 7 out of 10 for I Saw Black Clouds. I hope you guys enjoyed this little episode here on The Fraser Show. And this is the type of videos you can expect from here on out, here on The Fraser Show. And we'll see you next time for another review or live talk here on the channel. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day and a great weekend coming up. And we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.